So, many of you all know a lot of vloggers or any other men who come to the Philippines and find a Filipina, they all say, oh, Filipinas are loyal, Filipinos are family oriented.
Can I join?
Yes, you can. And sure, for many part, that is true. Filipinas are family oriented. And we live in a very close-knit community, right? And so those are just kind of like a surface in a way. But once you meet the right Filipina and you decided to marry that Filipina, all this character of a woman or of a Filipina will come out, right? And then there's this blessing that comes out in a marriage with a Filipina, I would say. And so those are the things that we're going to talk about, the hidden blessings of marrying a good Filipina. That is a good Filipina, not a bad one.
That's to emphasize, a good Filipino.
Yes, a good
Because as we
Filipina.
know, there are many bad ones out there.
Yes. So, once you married a good Filipina, you would say like, wow, I'm so glad I married this woman,
Yeah.
right?
Why?
Why?
Yeah. You
Because-
asking me or?
No, I said you will say to yourself that I'm so glad I married this woman or this Filipina because she possesses this kind of character.
Okay.
Okay, so in this video we are going to discuss about those three particular things that you will say to yourself, I'm so glad I had this woman in my life.
Me, say this woman. You,
Yes,
this man.
you, me.
Unless there's something I don't know.
So first and foremost,
Yeah. First and foremost.
first and foremost, the number one blessings of marrying a good Filipina, I would say, is having a peaceful house or life in general. So when you marry a Filipina, and she's the type of woman who doesn't like arguing or shouting, you yourself would love to be in that household wherein everything is just peaceful. What can you say about that, darling? Since
Well-
you married.
I've already been married several times. No, but I would say, this is what I would say. The older you get, actually, the more important that part of marriage is, the peaceful part. Because when you've been through a lot in your life, you've worked really hard, you've seen me when I was in Saudi, how I stressed with work
Yeah.
and everything. And this is what you saw. I had even more stressful situations before for many, many years. And I couldn't just say I'm going to retire because I have enough. I had to keep working, right?
Yeah.
So when you've gone through all that, and most people from the West they've worked stressful lives, they have saved money, and they come over here. And at that point, a peaceful life for you is much more important than other attributes. Let's say you could choose a woman from a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like photo model, like best woman ever, everything's perfect on her, curvature, everything.
Yeah.
If you could choose a 10 who's argumentative, non-peaceful, always getting into your face, or someone who's a 6 or a 7 and is peaceful to be with, easy to go around, laugh with, and all that, most people at that age would choose a 6 or 7. In your youth, you would have probably chosen the 10.
Yes.
Because you didn't know any
You
better.
have the energy as well.
You have energy, but you also have a lot higher drive, if you know what I mean, for the females. So yeah, peace at home is very important. But this is one thing people don't realize. You don't know that till you've been with a girl for a while, because most women, or a lot of women, are very good at hiding who they really are until they get the ring on the finger.
Yeah.
Or they get some type of commitment, because they don't want to lose that guy and they don't want to show them who they really are, right? But the longer you are with that person, the harder it is for that person to hide that.
Yeah.
So again, it's very important for people to understand when you come here and you meet a wonderful girl and you think, this is the girl I want to be with the rest of my life, and you intend to marry her, or even just a long-term relationship, whatever, don't get too binded to that woman, meaning don't buy a house together, move her in, and well, you can move her in, but don't like start putting a car in her name and everything in her name, and she's doing all the accounting for your household and all that. Make sure that you have control. Make sure that you evaluate this woman really well before getting into that part.
Yeah.
And I've seen many, and I mean many, bad relationships here with women who are materialistic, argumentative, shouting at their partner, disrespectful. And yet that person who is with her has so much binded in her emotionally, materialistic, financially, that it's hard for that person to leave.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to start again. So he'd rather put up with that crap than start again. So one of the most important things I tell people is you have to take your time. Take your time. 1 year might not be enough. 2 years, what's the rush? If you really like this girl and she really likes you, she will stay with you. If she's just looking for a
way
wallet,
out.
she won't stay with you because she
Yeah.
thinks you won't get a commitment. So, stay the course.
So would you say in general, like, I mean, you've dated Filipinas before having me, right? So would you say that in those
No,
relationships...
you're the only one. I was a virgin before I met you.
Would you say that in those relationships, in general, you see Filipinas as more of like less argumentative than the Western women?
Okay.
Or
So let me categorize it in two ways. I have dated Filipinas here in the Philippines, and I've dated Filipinas
in the US?
in the US.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, that actually lived there. I was married to a Filipina in the West. And I have found that, like, even the Filipinas in the West, I met some that were very materialistic, okay? Very exploitative. They wanted to exploit you. And I met some wonderful Filipinos who truly were just in it for love and wanted to be with you, okay? So you have both categories. The same as here. I've met Filipinos here that are exploitative, materialistic, and you just, after being with them for a week or two, you're just like, you're gone, you know?
Yeah.
You know me, I don't put up with a lot of bullshit.
I know.
It's like, I see that, you're gone, you know? But then you also meet some wonderful Filipinos who want more and are very feminine, very cooperative, very into you as a person, and will almost die for you if they had to, you know?
Yeah.
So you have both sides, but you don't know what you have till time goes by.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes within the first week you understand that this is not a girl you want to be with. Most people, not just men, but most people, especially men, would rather have a miserable and secure life than take a chance and have a happy life.
Yeah.
That's just reality. I mean, you look at all the guys in the West that dream about coming to the Philippines or coming to Thailand or whatever, and never go, not because they don't have the
Means,
funds
yeah.
and the means to do it. It's just they feel secure in the West. Oh,
Yeah.
the Philippines is dangerous. Well, there are parts that are dangerous, and there are things that are dangerous here. I've talked about it on my channel. Thailand is dangerous. Girls are just, hoes. They just want your money, and so on and so on.
Yeah.
They always find an excuse why they have to stay in the West where they feel secure. Okay, they don't even come here on an exploratory mission of 3 to 6 months. They'd rather just stay there. And that is the case for, I'd say, 80-90% or more of men in the West. They don't want to take a chance. They feel secure where they are. They feel semi-happy where they are, and that's good enough for them. So, yeah.
So the second biggest blessings of marrying a Filipina, a good Filipina that is being taken care of without complaining. So men who are old, men who are old.
Older.
I won't look at you.
Men
So
who are
men
older.
who are older, they're also looking for a wife or a woman who can take care of them when they're bedridden and just doesn't see them as a wallet or a way out of poverty. So when they find a good Filipina who will take care of them without complaining, without saying something like, "Oh, you're old enough. You can just go to the bathroom yourself, or you can just go buy it yourself. I
You
can just
make
stay
your
at
own
home."
food.
Yeah, and you know.
Why do I need to make your coffee? You're gonna make your own coffee. You got 2 legs and 2 arms. Right?
Yeah. So these women or these good Filipinas, they'd rather take care of their man because they know that that man has worked his life to provide something for that family.
Well, they might not have family. It might just be him and her. But
Yeah, but
I agree with you. I think when a person comes here, a man comes here to the Philippines, he's worked all his life. Now remember, he's paying all the bills.
yeah.
So why a woman wouldn't do her part, because of course, not of course, but more than probably she doesn't have the funds or the money to pay half the bills, right? Or even a quarter of the bills. So her way of contributing is basically, making the food, keeping the house clean. If the guy wants a coffee, make him a coffee, and so on and so on. And when women start complaining about this, when they're not contributing anything, to me, that's a really, really bad sign. If the man's going around cleaning the house because she doesn't want to, it's a sign that you're just a wallet for her, man.
Yeah.
Sorry to say it, but you're just a wallet. She doesn't care about you. But something you did mention about being bedridden. Now, most men that come to the Philippines are not bedridden. They are older, but they're not bedridden. But some of them are almost to the point where they're going to be bedridden.
Yeah.
And they want to find a girl. But to me, one mistake that older guys, a lot older than me, do is, you're 80 years old and you're with a 22-year-old, she's just waiting for you to pass so she can inherit some money. I mean, that's just the reality of it. You need to find someone that cares about you, that really, really cares about you. And someone who's that young has, they want to do a lot of stuff. They want to travel. They want to go places. They want to explore, start things, maybe go education and so on. There's so much. Everybody remembers when they're 22. The world was our oyster. We had so many dreams and aspirations. And the same with every guy or girl who's 20 years old or 22 or 25. We all have dreams and aspirations. And we all want to try new things, right?
Yeah.
So if you're 80 years old, have lived all your life, done it all, your energy is much less, her energy is much higher, it's just not going to work. Your energy levels has to be in somewhat. Your aspirations has to be somewhat the same. I mean, just look at me and you. We have somewhat the same aspirations. We want to travel. We want to start a family. We love to go to restaurants and try new foods. I'm not just at home watching TV or playing PlayStation or going to the bar drinking every day. If I did that, I don't think our relationship would have worked out, to be honest. I don't think you would have put up with it. Or maybe you would have for a year or two, but then you would have gone your way,
Yeah.
Because you have to have the same goals and the same love for things in a way so you can do things. I mean, we've both seen it when we go out. We've seen, a 70-year-old man with a 25-year-old Filipina, and the way she's holding him and cuddling him and making sure he's okay and her eyes on him. You can see the true love there. But then we've seen other people, younger age gap, with the girl going ahead of the guy, doesn't care about him. There has to be something there. There has to be some type of connection, some type of chemistry. And I'm not talking about chemistry in the bed, but I'm talking about, the way you joke, the way you are, the way you can talk about things. If there's none of that, she's just a doll that you use at night, and you're just a wallet that you use during the day. And if that's okay for the person coming here and for the girl, then that's okay. But, for most people, they want a true connection. I think most people want a true connection.
Of course, nobody wants a fake connection, right?
No, actually, some people don't mind.
Really?
Yeah. No, really. Some people, you're just, not you, but the girl is just a doll,
Oh.
basically somebody can use
It's
at
like a
night.
transactional thing.
It's not quite transactional, but it's understood. Okay, I use you at night. You use me during the day for whatever, for
During
your
the day.
food, for restaurants, for everything.
Yeah.
And at night you come to bed and we have fun. It's not quite transactional, but it's kind of understood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the last point of today's talk about the 3 blessings marrying a good Filipina is growing old together with respect and faith towards each other. So let's talk about time, okay? So anyone can have a good moment in the relationship, right? Everybody does. But what about years? What about the decades that has to come? And what about growing old together in a way that is built on respect and faith on each other? So with the right Filipina, it is not just about fantasy, it is about reality. So, people would see marriage as just papers,
Yeah.
right? Everybody does. I mean, most men, that's those who,
Not everybody, but yeah.
yeah, most of them.
I mean, it is a piece of paper.
Yeah, but marriage has a deeper meaning to it.
Okay.
I do believe marriage is something more than just a piece of paper. That's just for me anyway. I don't know about you.
Okay, what is it?
So marriage is a commitment that you both make in front of God. I believe in God. I believe in something divine. So I kind of follow the old ways in a way, that a woman must submit herself to the man. I know some of you would say that, oh, submit is a bad word, whatever. But for me, submitting myself to you as my husband.
Submit, woman, submit. I think cooperative is a better word, but okay.
Okay, but I don't see the word submitting as a negative.
Okay.
That's just for me,
Okay,
anyways.
okay.
So marriage isn't just a romance, it's not just about holding hands in public all together, having a date night. It is a life. It is like, the tough life ahead of us, all the challenges that we
Marriage is work. It's not just fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
and all the challenges that we have to face together to make sure that our marriage will last a long time.
Yeah.
So you see the hard season, all the
hardships,
bills that we have to face, and all that stuff.
The what
so
we have to face?
the bills.
Bills?
Yeah, all the bills, the tough life, the hard choices, so all that stuff, And what gets through those years, those tough seasons, is about having that mutual respect to each other. If you don't have if I don't have respect towards you, our marriage wouldn't last long.
No, it wouldn't. You'd be out of here. You'd be out of here.
You'd throw me out. You'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm done with this woman.
Exactly.
Get out of here.
Exactly.
So, these people or these couples who've been together for so long, they have built that marriage with mutual respect to each other.
Yes, I agree.
Right? So,
respect and love for each other.
Yes.
They have similar goals in life. Not necessarily like, when I say goals, I don't mean like careers or something, but like they have a goal to start a family, a goal to travel, a goal to purchase a farm one day and go on a farm. Anything that they have like a dream to do together. Yeah.
Yeah. So a Filipina who values her marriage doesn't lose sight of things when things get hard.
She doesn't lose sight of the goal in life. Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't lose sight of why you are together.
Yeah.
She doesn't think of just leaving that marriage because things get hard or
she's not happy anymore, or she thinks the grass is greener on the other side, or
she doesn't.
Some guy's paying her some attention, the myriad of reasons why women leave. A good woman wouldn't do that because she understands she's made a vow in front of God if she believes in God. Now, a lot of people say they believe in God and they still get divorced because they don't really believe in God. They don't believe in the Bible. They only believe in the sections they want to believe in. And but I mean, divorce, of course, is going to happen because of disrespect and other reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, respect is very important, loyalty is very important, love is very important, goals are very important, and all that should be ironed out, of course, before marriage.
Before marriage.
I mean, you can't get married and then start talking about what you want and what she wants. There should be some type of agreement between those two on what they want in life and what they want to reach and everything.
Yeah. So those are the three biggest blessings of, I guess, marrying a Filipino or being in a long-term
In your opinion?
Filipino. In my opinion,
Yeah.
you know, everybody's different what they perceive as a blessing.
Yeah.
And so with that, I thank you, my husband, for being here in my channel. It's been a long time. So thank you everyone for watching this video, and please do check out his
Paul's
channel.
Asian Adventure. Pa, but not grandpa.
So thank you everyone, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.